What's up, GVA official? My name is HDDeer, and I upload commentaries on YouTube for fun. And the purpose of my name, well, I get this question asked a lot on Xbox whenever I join a game. They're like, "Oh my God, his name is HDDeer. Why is it Deer in HD?" And I'm like, "All right, well listen." And they never usually listen to me. So, anyways, and then they're like, "Mute." So before I get to tell them, they mute me. Now I don't know if that's because I have a high voice or if because I'm just pro like at Call of Duty. But, you know, I don't know. Anyways, so the reason why I got my name the way it is because Deer is like the first 4 letters of my last name, and HD is because I have a PVR, as you can see on the video screen right now. And speaking of the video screen, now I got a beast gameplay here. I'm not going to ruin the score for you quite yet, but I'm going to tell you is my deaths. I get 2 deaths this game, and it is S&D. So it's not very many deaths for S&D. Well, I guess it could be, but, you know, you get 7 deaths total, so it's kind of under halfway. Now, the score is amazing. Now, I'm not going to tell you like what my kills were, but it's pretty good. But anyways, enough about that. Yeah, my gamer tag is HDDeer. This game I was playing up on my backup account, and, you know, my backup account is a higher prestige than what my regular account is, but my regular account is on, like, for me, like Call of Duty Black Ops purposes only. On my regular account here, HDDeer, I only play on I play like MW2 and Black Ops and shit. Like that's why I don't have as many that's why I'm not as prestige as much as I'm on my backup account, because like on my main account, I'm always playing video games like Gears 2, Left 4 Dead 2, Homefront, and NBA. So yeah, anyways, enough about that. I've been talking about this for 2 minutes, and you guys are like, "Oh my God, I'm ready to spam the shit out of the dislike button." But anyways, before you murder it, I want to talk to you guys about something. So this is my first school dance. Now, there was like a crazy amount of shit happening at my first school dance. Now, there wasn't nothing like anybody getting down their hands, anybody's like hands getting down pants and shit. Like, no, none of that. I'm too young. I'm only 6 years old. So speaking of, like, so yeah, I was at my first school dance, and so yeah, and Canadian dancing, yeah, as I mentioned, I don't think I mentioned this yet, but I'm Canadian. Canadian dancing is like not really fun at all. It's like kind of gay, so that's why I'd rather live in America than Canada. But anyways, yeah, so while I was at my first school dance, there was people there like rubbing like backs and shit, and I was like, this is so boring. We gotta kick it up a bit. So I was being awesome, and I decided to go up on stage to my school dance. I was like, alright, are we seriously going to stick around here and do this stupid stuff? Like, just, like dance around in circles? Like, come on, guys. We're, like, all in middle school now, so let's do something about this. So, now this was about 2 years ago. So, after that, everyone just started yelling at me, and the teachers like, "Get down off the stage!" And then all the kids like started to dance all over the school, and then there was a bit of rubbing going on, and I was like, alright, I'm liking this. But then at that moment, the whole school was out of control, and I was like, what the and yeah, so then I got in big trouble. So I wasn't allowed to dance no more for the night, and this dance was only like just started about like half hour ago, and the dance went on for about 2 hours and a half, and I was like, oh my God, okay. So the teachers wouldn't let me go home, and my parents wouldn't have known because they thought I was at the dancing, but instead I was in the detention room just sitting there being bored. So here's what I do. I pop my cell phone out of my pocket, and I start texting my friend, and I'm like, you gotta get me out of the detention room, man. Like, I'm stuck in there, door's locked, and the only way for me to get out is if you open it from the first side. So my friend comes over, opens up the door, and then I'm like, oh my God, thank you, dude. Like, I love you. And then he's like, whatever. So then he just walks on, goes down, and starts dancing with his girlfriend. So I'm like, asshole. So then I get back down to the dancing room, and then there's just everyone, like, dancing around in circles again. So I'm like, in my head, what the and then the teachers see me, so I bust out of the dance room, and I'm like running around the school so no one will get me. So then, like the sneaky ninja that I am, I like run outdoors, and I hop through the back door of the gym where we had our school dance, and I was like, oh my god, they're still not dancing right. So then then some girl took me, and then we started doing that little rubbing thing. And I can't remember what the name is. I think it's called grind or something. Yeah, grind. And so what we started to do, we started to grind, and then the teacher saw me. So then I was like, oh my god, not again. So then I decided to bust out of the gym. I started running around the school, and then like we had teachers up at the front, and my principal was in the back. So wherever I ran, I'd be like completely in trouble. And I did the dumbest thing of all time. Now here's what I did. I chucked my cell phone out of my pocket, like not the smartest thing to do, because my principal could have picked it up and called my parents. I picked my cell phone and I just threw it in the bushes. I jumped off like my school parking lot kind of thing into the water, because like our school was like right behind water, and yeah, so I got away from trouble and shit. So really, my school dance is really gay, like nothing goes on. But anyways, that's what I wanted to tell you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary and the gameplay, and I will talk